So Spider-Man's apparently gay. Yeah. No. So if you've not seen about it, there's this whole thing at the moment where Tom Holland has, I think there was a trailer for a new program or a new film, something that came out.
It's called Crowded Room.
That's what it's called, where he's getting it.
He's getting it.
He's getting it.
Okay.
And from a dude, and a lot of different takes on it, a lot of different ones. Some people with funny ones where they're saying like, I don't know if you've seen it, but Zendaya was in like this. I think she was in a film where she was in a scene where her character was
Double teamed.
Yeah, so a lot of people were saying like at the time when that came out, like a month or two ago, they were like, Tom Hart's crying in his room at the moment. Like, he's broken up about all this because of the scene. And now this came out, people were like, he's getting his revenge. You see what's happening, he's getting his revenge.
Do people not know what actors are?
What about
Apparently not.
I mean, people have played gay characters and everything in the past. Like,
Well,
what's the
Andrew
competition?
Garfield has played like 4 gay characters.
Yeah.
Tobey Maguire has played a gay character.
Who's the guy from Kingsman? Is it Terran? I don't know.
Well, the main character.
Yeah.
Egerton or something like that.
He's not gay in real life, is he?
I don't think so.
Because did he not do the really graphical one of like the Elton John? And it was like proper
I think
graphical,
so, yeah.
like
Yeah.
gay
Elton
scenes,
John,
if you know what I mean.
yeah,
So I
yeah.
don't see an issue with it. Like,
I just don't understand why people are kicking up a fuss about this. Like,
Well, there's the whole thing about it is people are going, not my Spider-Man.
oh my god,
Unfortunately, it's never been your Spider-Man then.
Yeah,
They've all played gay roles.
In it, I was looking at it and I thought it was really funny how they were saying, oh yeah, this isn't my Spider-Man. I'm like, who is? Because Andrew Garfield literally won a Tony for like his acting as a gay man in a film. Literally won an award in it. And they're like, oh yeah, but Tom Holland's not allowed to do it. As Clive said earlier, Tobey Maguire has played gay characters as well. I'm like, it's fucking insane. I just like, what the fuck?
I think it's the same people
Wasn't
are
this
saying that Spider-Man shouldn't be black because it's Miles Morales and stuff like that. It's always asking, is it because it's Spider-Man, if you know what I mean? Because people are so protective that Spider-Man has to be this kind of like innocent kid or something. I don't know, like innocent white kid.
They're so much more bold about their homophobia now than like it used to be bad. Then it stopped, but like it's come back again where people are like, we can say what we want now. It's why companies didn't really do anything for Pride this year, because like companies only care about money, right?
yeah.
And for a while it was lucrative to celebrate Pride Month, but like this year it wasn't, so they didn't.
It definitely hasn't been a lot for Pride. I know about obviously Mardi Gras, is it, in Cardiff, right? But it definitely wasn't as much. Even the only thing I seen was Twitch maybe advertising it slightly, but it wasn't like it was in the level last year.
It's because companies are afraid of the backlash. It is, people are far more bold about their homophobia now, and for the companies, it's like, well, there's no monetary incentive if we're going to get backlash for it.
Well, look at Budweiser. Did you see they put?
Oh yeah, when they had the trans person.
They had the trans Dylan Smith, I think.
McVaney.
Something like
Yeah.
McVeigh.
That's
I'm going to be honest, right? That was a stupid campaign. Not because there's an issue in my head that it's a trans woman, but surely they must know that Budweiser probably targets people that, like, an American company.
Oh my God, you should have
predominantly
seen the
they
backlash
sell
on
down
it.
to like the south of America and stuff like that. If you know, or like the USA, where they are super homophobic. If you know what I mean.
Yeah,
The microphone was under your chin.
it's wild though. It's like
not going on this way, is it?
like one trans woman. Was it even an advert? I thought it was like a TikTok.
She was literally on the cans.
So what?
It was like,
That's crazy.
yeah. And people would like, as Kate was
Yeah.
saying as well, they would like buy crates and shoot them.
Burn them and everything.
Why?
Yeah,
Like, why?
It was like Kid Rock did it as
Yeah.
well. Like,
Yeah.
and
He
it's
bought like, I don't know, 4 crates of it and then proceeded to shoot them in a field, which is stupid because he just wasted bullets and
they put their
sales.
sales up went crazy. It's like, you're fucking dumb Americans. Sorry, I love Americans, but you're fucking dumb. Like,
I don't know.
It's crazy that like
Nah, I'm messing.
it's crazy that like these people who like hate gay people and trans people, they will go their entire life from being born to dying without ever being affected by trans people.
Yeah.
They're obsessed.
It's stupid.
They're so
It makes
obsessed with trans
zero
people,
sense.
and it's such a minority as well
Yeah.
of people who are trans, and they will never affect your life. Gay people will never affect your life, but they're like, nah, we gotta say who can do this and who can do that.
Is this right? More of an American thing, right? I'm only saying that because obviously the media is massive there. Because do we get this much in the UK, or am I being really
We
no?
do.
But do
We
we
do.
get it as much though?
Not as much as America, but there is like
It's because America is.
there
like,
is some fucking wild
10 times the
stupid
size
in the
of
UK as
Yeah.
well. But we got stuff like GB News now that are trying to like mimic like American news and some of the talking points they have.
Is this one Piers Morgan does?
No, it's the one that there's a fucking tosspot who sounds super posh in Parliament. Jacob Rees-Mogg. He's one of the presenters on it.
Don't know. I don't look at politics.
Sorry, Sam, I
on
thought
here.
it was your bowels.
Well, I don't know. America, like the actual population for America is so much greater than the
Yeah.
UK that it's obviously going to be a bigger problem.
Yeah,
there
yeah. You
because
see it
there's
more
so many
often.
more.
Yeah.
There's an insane amount of like rural areas as well, which sways the vote a lot because of the electoral college, which in turn puts Republicans in who, you know,
I think the UK is basically like the size of one of the states there. And they have 50 of them. So you just think of that, of the vast amount of people that are there.
Yeah.
the thing is like
I mean, there's a lot of dumb fucking people up there.
rural UK is the same as well. Like when I got Remy, like I went there and they had newspapers all over their walls, like commemorating each of the Conservative prime ministers.
Wow.
None of the Labour ones, just the Conservative ones.
They're fucking
I
wild.
mean, me and Ebs were in there going,
Don't let them
Let's
know.
get Remy, get out.
Let's get the dog first then.
yeah, I was like, holy shit, these are hardcore Tories.
It's
Fucking
I don't know. It's becoming more and more of a. I'd say becoming more. I think it's always been a problem. It's just as Kev said, they're getting more courageous now, where nothing's really happening about it. I think because they're given a platform to be able to spout the hate they want
Exactly.
without any
That's
repercussions.
it, in it,
Like
unfortunately.
there's nothing that
It's
can be
just-
done for it.
It's just weird. I always think it's been in this weird curve. When I was in school, like you couldn't be gay because a lot of homophobia, and then it's been like that where it's getting more accepted, right? And then the curve's now going back down the way as if it's not becoming acceptable now. Like, is that what's happening? Like, is it like in a weird curve where we accepted it so much now people just aren't accepted? I just don't understand. I've never seen a problem with it. Like,
I think it's the
I think it's just a loud minority.
it is, and it's the whole like social media thing. You just see it like all over the
Yeah.
place, and then people are like hiding behind keyboards and stuff like that. You know, like the total like troll warriors and whatever.
Loud, it becomes an echo chamber.
Yeah,
It was
interesting.
Matt Walsh who said after the Q shooting, the gay bar,
Yeah.
he was like, "Oh, if you don't want to get shot, why are you continuing to be trans and gay?" Like that's fucking insane. You know what I mean?
Oh Christ.
honestly.
You know it's bad when the biggest company, like the thing that I remember most from Pride Month from companies is Opera GX changing their icon on Twitter.
Yeah, somebody complained that they still had the two men kissing. They were like, "Right, that's one more week."
I done it one time. I think it was last year when one of my viewers made me like the rainbow flag behind my picture. And I put it on when the first like day of putting it on. I was getting messages from people going, "You're a fucking idiot. Why are you supporting this for?" and stuff like that, for just putting a flag behind my fucking profile picture. If you know what I mean. I just don't see the.
Yeah, some people live their lives where it's like the only thing they care about is trans people, and they'll probably never meet one.
I'm trying to think if I ever met a trans person. Like I probably obviously know, like you know people when you play online, but I don't know if I physically know.
I have, yeah.
I'm just trying to think, like, because I'm only going on the point was like you're talking about how much of a small minority it is. Like, I'm sure there's something in like 0.01% or something in the UK potentially could be trans. I'm like, it's not going to affect anybody, is it? If you
Yeah,
if you
I don't know- I don't know if
don't
you've-
agree with it, if you don't agree with it, right? Fine, don't agree with it. But like, I don't agree with a lot of things in life. But I don't go around like spouting my hate for like, oh fucking, I hate that football team, or I hate this, or I hate that. Do you know what I mean? You keep it in. Do you get what I mean? Like you can keep it in. Like I don't see
The
why somebody being
old-fashioned
trans
saying,
affects
if
you.
you've got
like.
nothing nice to say nothing at all. Like,
The vast majority of people are indifferent to everything in the world.
yeah.
It's like a minority of people who fucking hate trans people, and they're very fucking loud.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing, innit?
Also, you do know a trans person. I'm pretty sure Riley.
No,
Yeah,
I'm talking.
but
I'm talking about
in real life.
In real, like, well, not
Yeah,
in real life, but do you know what I mean? Like physically, I don't know.
Okay.
Like, I've definitely met people who are trans in the past, but I can't say that I have specifically met any recently.
We got-
Although-
we-
And even so,
we-
it's not as
we-
if
my
we
house
treat them
anymore,
any
so.
different. Do you know what I mean? Like,
We got a vast majority like people
Yeah.
that are trans in like the SR community that are in our streams. You know what I mean? Like there's several on my Discord that I know people that are trans and stuff. Like I've got like Les, I've got no issue. I have always said let people live the way they want to live. I just don't get why one person may have a problem the way somebody wants to live it. It just makes no sense to me. Just don't talk to them. If that's how you feel,
I get like
just
people
don't talk
like
to them.
whenever I have like anyone who's trans in videos, they'll be like, "What the fuck is this shit?" And I'm like, "Bye bye."
yeah.
Nobody will ever see your comment ever again.
It's I completely agree with you, Rob. Where it is quite literally just the who fucking cares? Let them live their life. You live yours. If you want to fucking fuck your hand all day, every day, go for it. Say no, like to these people. Just let these other people live their lives. Fuck it. Well, what's the harm? I just don't understand.
The thing is like it's 2023. I don't even think anything to do with any kind of like we go back to the gay issue thing with Tom Holland. It was an issue anymore.
No.
Like I genuinely didn't.
I see it and I just go, oh, okay.
Okay, yeah, I don't give
All
a
right,
shit.
cool.
I
it.
I just can't believe people actually still give a shit about it. Like, and then to just let people live their life. Like, if they want to be gay, they're going to be gay. Like, who cares?
Yeah, it's just the
And
thing
it's
is
the
it.
same- it's
How
the
does it
same-
affect your life? It doesn't. Shut the
Because
fuck
there
up.
was I'm sure there was a tweet about an actor who was supporting about playing a gay character because there was a lot of backlash about I can't remember who it was now, and it was a film and they got backlash for playing somebody gay, and people were like complaining that you shouldn't be playing someone who's gay when you're not gay,
Yeah.
and I can't remember who the fucking actor
There
was
was a
now.
lot to do with that with trans actors, though, wasn't it? Wasn't it?
Yeah.
Cillian Murphy played a trans woman on one of. Am I right? And the guy for the Peaky Blinders played like a.
And wasn't it? No, I thought it was Eddie Redmayne.
Was it Eddie Red? Or could they always look pretty similar those two to me? Like you could be right.
I'm pretty sure it was Eddie Redmayne playing a trans person. Yeah,
Yeah, and there was backlash with that, wasn't there, and stuff like.
I think it's a bit of a weird one. Like I sort of get it, but it's also acting.
Yeah.
Exactly, it's art at the end of the day as well.
I think that's
It's their
it. People have
profession.
issues when non-disabled people play disabled people, when non-trans people play trans people, and so on. And I'm like, as long as they're doing it respectfully and they're doing it, obviously, it's coming from a different viewpoint because I am not in any of those minorities.
I know,
So
I know.
neither are any of us. But I'm kind of like, as long as they're respectful, I wouldn't see a problem. But obviously,
It's hard because it's like saying, right, you're saying like you go for the best person for the job, don't you, right? You shouldn't hire somebody because
I don't think they do that in Hollywood, mate.
No, they don't.
It's all nepotism.
maybe.
is.
Yeah, that's fair. The other thing I was going to say though, like before I forget, right, and you were talking about
yeah.
I just said I'd realise it's not in the UK about people being homophobic. And the one thing that I would say, I know maybe a lot of us might not watch it, but because I watch a lot of football, and I will say that nowadays you still can't be gay in football, particularly at the top clubs. There's like seemingly lots of like top end footballers are gay and cannot come out. There was because of what happened, and do you know, is it John Fashanu, the guy that used to be Gladiator presenter?
Okay.
His brother played football as well.
Yeah.
He came out as gay during the 90s. This was like in the 90s, and literally for ever since then it was a gay black footballer, and you can only imagine that went one way.
Oh yeah.
If you know what I mean. The fact that, first of all, because he was black back in the 90s playing football, and because he was gay, but the amount of gay abuse he got was insane. And this was in the 90s, and they still were in 2023, and footballers still can't come out as gay because it's seen as the football stadiums will literally go super homophobic against them. Nobody will support them. They'll literally get caught. You'll have songs sung after them. Do you know what I mean? That's
It's really unfortunate that like football culture is still like that.
It is.
Well, I'm gonna be real. UK culture is like that. It is very homophobic.
It's old-fashioned
There's
as
a
well.
lot of racists. There's
It
a
is.
lot of homophobes in the UK.
Yeah.
And they don't hide it.
Oh no.
It's mad how many people you'd see it. And as you said, it's a lot of the old
I got family members I don't speak to who are like gay.
Yeah. You'll find it with family members or with like older people normally where they'll just
It is.
happily say these things.
Yeah.
And you call them out and they're like, there's nothing wrong with that. I'm like, it's really wild. It's a very uncomfortable situation. And the fact that, as Rob just said, like people can't even just be honest with who they are
Yeah, it's
and
rough.
come out and be happy with their life because they'll get absolutely savaged is horrendous.
Can't imagine like
yeah. I mean, if you watch the program Ted Lasso, I've been
seen
watching
that
that
episode,
Yeah,
yeah.
because there was a footballer who's had to hide he was gay in it. They done it really well about why he had to hide it and stuff like that. But that showed the people. I think it's quite a popular in America. Ted Lasso as well. They'll understand that episode portrayed it so well. Why you cannot come out gay in the UK as a
Is it
footballer.
good, that program?
I loved it. Ted Lasso was good.
Fuck. Someone's been trying to get me to watch that for ages.
I watch it secretly
And they've been
when you're watching it, even though I hate football.
trying to get me to watch it for they'll keep saying it's really good, we should watch it. And they said it's soft now. I'm like, just fuck off. I don't want to watch this shit. And now you're saying it's good. I'm like,
It's good. I like it. It's
now I
not.
have
It's
to
not
maybe
honestly.
go watch
There's,
it
there's
now.
so much stories within stories, and it's all based on like.
it's not like documentaries about people.
It's not. It's like
It's not a
it's not a documentary. It's not a. It's not like a mockumentary. Like it's like an actual.
I like documentaries about like really weird people and like
I would
strange
say
things.
it's like a comedy TV show in a way.
But with
But
serious
it's got
overtones.
serious, yeah. And you said that it's based off of like real footballers.
Yeah, it's based off like Jose Mourinho, Zlatan Ibrahimovic, stuff like that. Actually based off football.
That makes sense.
I see Keith like this is football. It's a lot of shit.
I kind of end up tuning it out a little bit one
I
day.
hate
But I don't know, Ted Lasso's kind of just a boring name as well. It doesn't pop out to me.
It's just
But
you start watching
I'll
it.
have
you
to
know,
watch it
yeah.
and then be like, oh yeah, you were right.
Hardly to do with football, mate. They get all the football stuff wrong, like playing games at certain wrong times, playing wrong formations and stuff like that. It's completely wrong, but
Oh, I like football anyway. It's just, I'm just you know, just like whatever. But yeah, it's fair. It's
and always remember this one thing before we end this conversation. It's football, not soccer, you little bastards. You kick it with your foot, you don't fucking throw it with your hand, like, you know what I mean?
soccer doesn't. Nothing in soccer.
Wait,
throws
actually,
hand.
in football, they definitely use their hands.
Yeah,
So I
for
clipped the other day
goalkeepers
with the he does a kick up or whatever you call it to get over a guy's head, and it's not going high enough, and he quickly goes like that.
Yeah. God, I mean, you can cheat, you cheat, you know what I mean? That's football, innit?
Yeah, if you cheat, you cheat.
Maradona,
get away with it, you get away
Maradona's
with
the
it.
biggest snake I ever lived and got celebrated for
He
it.
was the hand of God, wasn't it?
But it's getting to England, so sorry.
He was literally full on.
Do you know about that?
Scored
No.
it.
Right, so this was at the height of the Falklands War, I think,
Right.
and it was Argentina against England. The teams hated each other with everything, particularly the Argentinians, because I think they were getting like the whole back end of it, their whole country. But this game got to like a semi-final, and Maradona in like the last 10 minutes jumped up, right, punched the ball with his hand, hit it over the keeper and scored a goal. And when Argentina the game, they went on to win the World Cup, and England fans hate him. Like, he's the most hated man in England, Maradona. Like, literally because of it.
How did they go through though?
What?
Like
No.
the handball, how did it go through?
Because the ref never seen it, because he jumped up and he done it sneakily, just went like that. But the ref had an angle where his hand, you couldn't see his hand, and the England goalkeeper came out, tried to punch it. Maradona's hand was there, hit the ball over the goalkeeper, and then it went in. And it's why it's
literally
called the
referred
hand
to
of
as
God.
the hand of
Called- he's-
I remember that from all the papers and everything back then.
Yeah.
It
That's
was
class.
Yeah.
but it was, it was the hatred on the football field was insane for that game. Like, you go and watch the
Imagine.
highlight.
He
'cause
literally handballed it and fucking
mean-
won the cup because of it. Like, that is.
If
fucked,
England
but
lose as a result, it's not cheating.
they cheated in 1966 when they
the
won
only
the
thing
thing.
we hate them more than anything really is the English.
True.
I think English like that's
Stan doesn't know what to make of this.
Oh yeah, I forgot
Sorry,
you're
Stan.
English.
Are you
alright,
from the
Stan, I'm
north? Are
half
you from the
English,
north
so,
or the
you
south
know.
of England? You know?
Stan, it's fine. We abducted you. You're in Wales now.
Yeah, you're Welsh now.
Yeah, that's how it
You gotta
goes.
fuck a
If you
sheep
live
now.
in Wales, so my mum is full English, but she's lived in Wales for my entire life, so she's Welsh. She's like, I'm English. I'm like, no, you're not. Not anymore. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
Stan's sad.
So he's got to fuck.
He's
He's
sad.
got to
They're
fuck a
like,
sheep
I might be
now.
Welsh for all my family.
Stan's not English. He's from Azeroth, boys. You know,
That's fair. That's where he spent most of his life.
Okay, so we'll mix these up. So the ukulele woman
Yeah.
that we were talking about last week has been copyright claiming videos that have her video in it.
Allegedly.
Oh my God.
Okay, yeah, allegedly, yeah.
When I first saw
Legal
this from
issues.
Ethan Klein, so he posted out a tweet being like, "Oh, Colleen's, copyright claimed me," and it came up with a YouTube Studio thing saying like, "This is who claimed it. This is the timestamp," because he did a cover of her song basically, like a satirical one. But like, there's no way to know that she did it because it was claimed by CD Baby. CD Baby is extremely easy to put music on Spotify with. Like, there's barely any like verification, so there isn't actually a way to know that Colleen Ballinger did it. I don't know what her name is, but a lawyer sent him a cease and desist, and this lawyer has defended people like Bill Cosby, Bryan Singer, what's the prince's name? Prince Andrew.
Oh, no,
Oh
did
my
he
fucking
actually?
God.
Yes, this guy is.
non-central.
Yeah, he's
I wouldn't
he's the
quite say
king of
he, but
defending
nonce, but
nonces
yeah.
and rapists, basically.
Oh, a non-supporter.
Oh mate,
And all of that, and she's like, "That's my guy."
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know how you could do that. I don't know. Obviously, like the situation she's in, she's like, "Oh, I'm being accused of grooming. Who's good at defending groomers? Oh, let's find the fucking king of defending groomers."
Well, the really funny thing is, though, is that they sent a cease and desist to a fan account.
Yeah.
As in they've sent it to a fan account thinking it was the real person. So they, like, this fan had a cease and desist for Ethan from H3, and then messaged someone, like, basically tweeted at him going, "They sent me a cease and desist for you. Like, what do I do?" It's like, what can I send? Can I forward her on or something?
I'm really sorry, Ethan. I have your mail.
It's literally like, oh, what the fuck?
You've been
As soon as I
sued.
saw that she like allegedly copyright claiming these, I was like, I basically put a full video in the last one. Like, I was like, ooh, okay, thank God we're small enough to go under the radar. Let's go.
I do agree with Ethan on this. I don't think she claimed it. I think it's somebody like
It's probably
trolling.
automated.
No, it's a
all
manual
that.
one, so I think somebody's just trolling.
That would make sense.
But like a lot, I keep saying this: the copyright claim system is a legal process.
yeah,
Don't fuck with it.
There was the people we spoke about on the podcast that was come out today, where they like these people have basically set up this whole claiming business where they would like claim free songs on YouTube and then find videos of those in and like copyright claim them, so they'd get the money. They ended up getting sentenced for like 5 years recently
Sheesh.
for it, which is really surprising that happened. It was mad.
I don't get that whole copyright because on YouTube I used to watch a guy called Comics Explained. He's quite a big YouTuber now, but I watched him when he used to be hanging. I remember he'd bought a bit of music and he used to this amazing intro. He had to always things, right? He'd bought it. He'd had the thing that he'd legally bought, and the guy said he could use it. Started getting massive, right? And then the guy went, "That's not his music." Even though he had the thing to show he bought it, had to take down every single one of his videos and re-upload them again because the guy said we never actually bought it or did this. Even though he had an actual thing that he sent on, I think, to YouTube. I'm only giving what I can remember back in time, but they were like, no, so he had to go down the whole process taking all his videos down.
That's
just to get rid of this like 10-second music intro that he paid for. Like,
Oh, that's so sad as well. Making that guy, the guy's song really famous as well, and then they're like, "I want more. Fuck you."
it was abysmal.
That's sad times.
You know, I Show Speed and Aiden Ross are still copyright claiming people.
They really.
Yeah, so they denied it. Then Aiden Ross copyright claimed the guy, and he was like, "Wait, we took $5,000 from him, boys. We just stole $5,000 from him." Speed kept saying, I'm not copyright claiming. It's not me. And I think YouTube got involved because he put out a TikTok where he was like, or it might have been a story. He was like, YouTuber told me to tell you guys that to stop spamming about the people claiming it's me. I'm the one with it with Fun Media, I think they are. So like they still, like he's admitted to it. He is the one copyright claiming any instance of himself in somebody's video.
Really?
Yeah.
That's so unfortunate. Dude,
This is why I like Mr. Beast's take on
hard.
it. Mr. Beast has always like been among like people can use what the hell they want of mine as long as they're not the whole video.
Yeah.
He said, "Why wouldn't I want somebody showing me on a video? It just makes me more famous."
It's just greed from Speed and Aiden Ross. Because the amount of money you can make from copyright claiming videos is wild, but they just, I don't know. I just think they're just going to copyright claim the wrong person one day and they're going to go, right, settle in court.
Speed's one of those where, like, I see him for a bit and I'm like, oh, he's kind of funny, haha, and then he does some
Camera's
really
turned
shit.
off.
All right, one of our cameras died, so we're gonna just pick up where we left off. We're talking about Speed and Aiden Ross being bad people, right? Something like that.
End of. That's
End
it.
of. Yeah, pretty much end of.
I think a lot of Speed fans were like adamantly saying like he wasn't the one copyright claiming.
Yeah,
But it's come out of his mouth now. So I guess we're all just going to forget about it.
because you
But-
said
Yeah.
during the break that YouTube had made him tell people that he was copyright
Yeah.
claiming stuff.
It's for when he said YouTube has been telling me to tell you guys to stop saying that people are copyright claiming on my behalf. It's me. I feel like YouTube contacted him to be like, you are going to be in so much legal trouble if you don't say this.
Yeah. I mean, if he sat there going on and on and on saying, no, I'm not doing this thing, it's somebody else for ages and ages and ages, that is
Lying.
You're lying about
Yeah.
committing a crime. So
Where does he stream now? Speed? Like, I genuinely
YouTube.
haven't. Is it YouTube?
yeah,
I've not seen
he
him.
doesn't. He's been banned from Twitch for fucking years. Because he had the initial thing was when he was on that dating show and he
Said he was
that
going to
whole-
stop me. He said,
remember
if
the who's gonna stop me thing.
he said to a girl like, "Oh, if we were the last people on Earth, would you sleep with me?" And she said no. And then he got real close to the camera, went, "Who's going to stop me?" She's like, "What?" And he's like,
He
"Who's
just
going to
kept
stop
saying
me?"
it over and over again. Yeah.
And people are like, "Oh, he made one mistake." There's been 4 instances of him making that
The
joke.
thing is, yeah, he has. He got banned from Twitch for that, and I didn't see that clip originally.
Yeah.
I saw him saying it to Ben, the fucking dog, on the phone. Like, you know that app?
Oh,
Talking to the
yeah.
app.
That's
I've
one of
seen
them as
that.
well.
And
Yeah.
I thought, him like saying this to the fucking talking dog is such a surreal situation. I thought it was really funny.
Dude, he said it to a waiter.
And I'd heard that and I was like, oh yeah, that's funny. And then
When you know the origin.
yeah. And apparently he's done it more times as
Dude,
well.
he did it to a waitress, right?
Yeah.
And it's the most awkward thing you've ever seen. She's like, "What?" Like, "Huh?" And then he starts laughing. He's like, no. But he was making the joke, like, "Who's going to stop me?"
I literally saw a clip.
It's quite
from him this
disturbing,
morning.
isn't it?
Yeah.
He has fallen off a lot, but like he's just gonna be one of those people that stays around for the longest time. Because how old is he? Like 20 now?
I thought he was 18.
No, I think he's 18.
Oh,
Is he that young?
yeah.
Really?
He,
Oh my
he
God.
started streaming and everything when he was like 17.
What's with these young people, honestly?
He got massive. I mean, the amount of times he's lit fireworks inside his bedroom is fucking
Oh my
insane.
God.
He's going to burn down that house, man.
But mate, honestly though, I don't know what it is with when you watch like American streamers do with fireworks. I was watching a couple of Asmin Gold and they were outside setting fireworks off, but he was standing right next to the firework. And I'm like, in the UK, we literally get all the trauma ads like, don't blow yourself up with a fire. I had a guy in school who
We used
blew
to
his
get
thumb off.
firefighters.
Yeah, I did as well.
Yeah.
And I remember it because I walked down the road and he's running going, like, and then I remember the ambulance coming up. But it turned out, right, they didn't actually blow his finger off. Do you know what had happened?
What?
The firework went off and it pushed that bone right under there. But it looked
That's
like it
gross.
blown it off because it went right under, if you know what I mean.
There was
Ouch.
one of my brother's friends had homemade fireworks and like blown fingers off, and I had to have them re-stitched back on when I was really young.
So I went to watch American, like, with the 4th of July celebrations recently, and they were just sitting there like, wait, and I was just sitting there like,
I know, they stand really close. It's
Yeah.
wild. Like bonfire night.
I
you
literally
have a
watched a
good
clip
20 yards, if not
at
more
home
from it.
this morning, and it was a 4th of July firework, and someone literally just walks past the firework as it goes off, and it hits them on the head.
Mate, it's like
I mean, they have firework fights, so I'm not surprised.
how-
Where they sit there with those tubes and they shoot them at each other.
Yeah.
So why are we surprised?
the best one ever with fireworks has to be that one. Is it the disabled guy Terry? And they go, "What are you doing, Terry?
yeah.
Go on, Terry. Have you seen
Isn't
this
he like
guy?"
an old man?
It's an old guy in a wheelchair who's disabled, right? And he wants to light the fireworks, something like fireworks, right? And his chair gets jammed and he's right next to the fire. It's like, "What you doing, Terry? Oh my God, Terry, what you doing?" And the guy in the wheelchair's laughing, if you know what I mean. Oh, you got that? Is that a clip you got to put up
I
for
think
Kite
he's
Flight?
got like an electric
Kite Flight is
face.
so
okay,
good.
mate.
We type in Terry wheelchair firework. It's so good. Like, what you doing, Terry?
Bag up, bag up. Bag up, Terry. Put it in reverse, Terry. Put it in reverse. Oh, Lord.
Oh Lord!
Oh, Lord. Oh, Jesus. What you doing, Terry?
He's laughing. The guy that he's laughing as well.
He's got
like-
it now. He's got it.
It's like, oh Lord! I love it.
That's so
That's
good.
class.
Oh, Christ.
What you doing, Terry?
It's just like, put it in reverse.
Dude, fireworks are mad. I don't. Oh, God.
Mate, it's
But yeah,
weird that
we
we
used to get,
celebrate it. We celebrate it for trying to block the house apart.
I know. They celebrate being free from us. We're like, we almost killed the parliament.
We're basically celebrating
Oh,
the
wait.
terrorists. That's what we're doing. We set off fireworks.
Isn't it celebrating that he didn't do it?
Yeah, but he got caught.
Yeah, that he got caught instead of it. Whereas now it's been changed where everyone's like, my hero. She did it.
My man.
God. All right, we're going on to other news. So that we've got two other things that are actual news. One is actually fucking insane, but we're not going to talk about that yet. We'll talk about the other one, which is the writers' strike. You know, in America, they've got the writers' strike that's going on.
Is this why they all walked out of the cinema?
For the Oppenheimer cast.
Yeah.
Yeah, they joined the picket line.
Yeah, so actors have joined the strike now. So it's not just writers of films and TV shows and all that who are striking. Well, the actors,
I've been in the
Different
dark. I
actors
don't know anything about this.
yeah, they've just gone on strike for better wages for all sorts.
Right.
like
Okay.
that, as they would. But the reason it's in the news at the moment is because there are studio execs who have been reported to, or like basically leaked what they've said, where they're like, keep a strike going for as long as possible. Let them like keep it going until they lose their houses, their apartments, and stuff. Fuck them, basically.
Jesus Christ.
And then there was a, you know, the actor who played Hellboy.
Yes.
Ron Perlman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's his name. He put out a video where he was like, I think I wrote it down. He said, "There's lots of ways to lose your house. Some of it's financial, some's karma, some's figuring out who the fuck said that and where he lives." I was like, "Ooh, he threatened him, Jesus."
There's a lot of people like complain about Ron Perlman going, "Oh, you can say that, yeah, you're fucking rich."
Yeah.
And it's like that says so much about people that you are not allowed to show empathy unless you are also dealing with that issue.
Yeah.
Like you can't be rich and help poor people because you're not poor. Like
What-
it's so telling. Like, oh, I can't. Basically, just saying I can't have empathy for others unless I experience it myself.
It's really weird. They want to make everybody a victim and everybody, well, or they want to make everybody a target to attack, no matter what. The executives for these studios are making money hand over fist, more than actors are, like way more than that. And you know, it's just fucking crazy to attack the actors instead of to attack the people that said these statements,
Yeah.
like, or have done these things. It's just insane. It's like, what are you doing?
Again, stupid social media and people.
It is, isn't it? It's madness. But it seems like striking is happening more and more across the world. Like
It is. It's for everything,
think-
isn't it? Really.
Wasn't it Paris recently who had like riots
Riots,
and
yeah.
strikes because of stuff?
Almost cancelled
I
TwitchCon,
mean-
didn't they? Like,
Yeah.
There's
I
riots
mean, they pretty
always
much hate their fucking president, don't
Yeah.
they? they're always
There's always
like,
riots about something over in
yeah,
France.
they're always protesting him.
Yeah.
Hey, it works though.
The French are the best. We need to follow that example.
Yeah, they don't fuck about.
We need to
when
get the guillotine out.
if they think their president is doing something fucked up, they're like, nah, you're having this.
Wasn't the riots more to do with the death of that a young boy though or something
Well, recently, yeah.
recently. Yeah,
I don't know.
it was a young immigrant boy that got shot by the police. It sparked the riots for over there that time. But I mean, going back to our one, it happened to over here with the riots,
Yeah,
didn't
we
it?
had
Like,
her in Cardiff, didn't we? Where there was riots going on.
oh god,
God,
Was
yeah,
that over
stupid.
the? Was that
Ely.
over the bicycle
Yeah.
chase? And then
Right.
the police lied about where they went.
they never. Have you not seen
No.
that? Have you not seen the actual? So as far as I'm aware,
Attacked him or
the
something.
person that released the dash cam foot or the ring camera showed that people had been spreading that. I believe this is right, that misinformation about the police looked like they chased them. But if you actually watch the video, somebody had edited it to look like the police had been like 20 seconds behind, was actually like 3 minutes, and they were going to a different place. There was police. I don't know if that's right or not, but that's what the BBC have reported. Like,
It
But
was-
why
it was
wouldn't
big
the
riots, wasn't it?
Why wouldn't the police release the dash cam of the vehicle then?
I don't know, mate. I thought they had to legally under.
Nah, police are sketchy all the time, and
I don't
just the
know.
way they go. But yeah, riots in Paris, riots in fucking Wales. It's all kicking off. Must be mad. But
I remember the ones years ago. Was it in Bristol, London,
Yeah.
Birmingham? People had started
Yeah.
looting everything.
There was a lot, wasn't there?
Oh, Luton.
That was 10 years ago, wasn't it? Like,
Was that long ago?
yeah, it was 10 because I just moved. I just were on the verge moving down to Wales then. So it'd probably be 13 years ago.
All right, we're going on to the other news bit, which is the wildest news we've heard.
Come
today.
on.
Actually wild. So, a judge in Italy said that groping only counts if it's for more than 10 seconds.
Isn't Italy like really right wing now?
They're with me. Like
Maybe.
Italian political scene's weird. Dad, remember that? Remember that Biscoli or something? Do you remember that Italian prime minister like who was just fucking all the women and all that? And he was saying, "Oh, it's fine." I can't remember what his name was. He went to jail and everything. He died recently. Well, what was his name? You would know it was so notorious. Like it was in the last 10 years. Russell Howard used to put him on his show all the time.
The only thing from Italy I remember is the dude who was watching porn of Final Fantasy VII characters on screen. You remember that as well, Stan, didn't you? Yeah. He
Yeah,
was in like an
you know
online
Stan,
interview
yeah.
or something like that.
Is it
It was an online interview.
Rob? Is it Berlusconi?
Yeah.
Okay.
Right. Type in some of his most controversial things, Keith.
While he looks up that, it was like an online thing where he was sharing his screen, and all of a sudden there's fucking Tifa of Final Fantasy VII get fucking railed on, like on this was live on TV as well.
Lord.
Absolutely getting fucking pounded on it, and it was hilarious. She like people were memeing for ages afterwards where they were like, she's like an icon from Italy now.
Holy shit! I opened his controversy tab on Wikipedia. Fuck me, it doesn't stop. Holy shit! There was one woman.
Yeah.
Means to do a prostitution, but she was a witness in the trial, and she died of strange circumstances. Toxicology said she had a mix of radioactive substances in her and abnormally high levels of heavy metals in her body when she died in agony.
Jesus.
Well, listen, this one,
Christ.
right? 9 controversies. Promising football's a bus full of holes. After years of owning Italian football giants AC Milan, Berlusconi later purchased another club, Monza, and gave the players a pep talk at their Christmas party last year. He had an incentive for them. "We found a new coach," he said to the players, referring to Rafael Palladino. "He is good, charming, kind and capable of incentivising our lads by adding an extra stimulus. As I told the lads earlier, if you beat any of the top teams, I'll get a bus full of whores to come to your locker room."
Jesus.
I'm sure they were.
So that's
motivated.
the Italian president then.
Wasn't he the one he said that?
I think he was one of the prime ministers.
One of
Oh no, that's what it was. He said Angela Merkel, right? He called that
He called her what?
You know, it's
an
bad. when you think
unfuckable
about it.
fat ass.
Oh my god.
And this was when he was the PM. And I'm sure it was at one of these like meetings, if you know what I mean, like where they
Good fucking
never had any
lord.
problem with Angela Merkel. This has been this is made up by someone who wanted to turn Angela Merkel against me. It fucking comes up with shit. Praising Mussolini in a 2003 interview. Mussolini never killed anyone. The magazine quoted Berlusconi saying, in the same interview, he said the judges were mentally disturbed. What the fuck is with this guy? You can't make this up, like.
I mean,
That's insane.
since we've had Boris Johnson, nothing really surprises me.
Yeah.
And Trump.
And Trump,
He's running again.
Yeah.
he might win.
Boys. This is even worse. Right? In 2009, a devastating earthquake hit the town of L'Aquila, I can't pronounce it, in central Italy. The earthquake claimed the life of 300 people and left tens of thousands of other homeless people. Visiting the area, he told survivors living in emergency tents they should look at it a weekend as like a weekend of camping.
Oh, God.
What the fuck? What's wrong with this guy?
He's dead now, like, but he got jailed and all that, didn't he? And
Lord.
What kind of camping trips do you do?
Mate, the fucking wild
bus
ones,
full of
man.
holes, fucking, yeah, like, fucking just use a weekend of camping.
That's
the holes are
insane.
coming in the bus, like.
All right. So to finish off the like as if with that story of the groping stuff,
Oh yeah.
the reason why the judge said this though
Why?
is because
Was he?
this was in a trial. There was a
this is
66-year-old man
Right.
pull down the pants of a 17-year-old in front of him. Fucking had a good old feel. And she called the police. He was sentenced, as in he was charged for 3.5 years. And the judge let him off because it wasn't groping. Less than 10 seconds.
That's like
Groping's only
saying
10
your food
seconds or
drop.
more.
It's a 5-second rule. If your food dropped on the floor,
Literally that.
He
basically
literally
like that.
whipped down her pants, grabbed her vagina.
They said pants, but I think it was American, so I guess pulled down her trousers and had a copper feel of her ass. I
So,
guess.
at what rate of in 10
Not any
seconds?
better.
No, I know, but I think it was either way. But yeah, it's fucking insane. I was flabbergasted when I.
That's
when
going to
I
get
read it.
overturned,
That's
really. That's got to
that's
get.
fucking insane.
And you just think like, fucking hell, this judge has done this. He needs to have his.
Yeah, we
PC
should check the judge.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
needs to have
definitely.
his PC checked. Like,
Because he sounds fucking dodgy anyway.
and you
doesn't
think
he?
about it though, 10 seconds is actually a fair whack.
It's a long time.
Hey, you fucking.
Yeah. Hold yourself. 1 Mississippi, 2.
That was 10 seconds. That was a lot of time to fucking feel somebody up.
Yeah. It is.
Like, imagine I'm just there like that for 10 seconds with Rob, and I'm like, didn't count.
No, 9 seconds.
He come. It
Let's
Nine
say
seconds.
only counts if he
Yeah.
comes.
Doesn't count. No more than 10 seconds. He comes in 3 seconds. I'm still going. Oh, no, I didn't wank him off. It didn't count. Like,
It's
How's that
bad.
real?
No, it's bad. It's terrible.
How's that actually
it's
real? It's
Absolutely
insane.
awful. It is
Fucking-
awful.
old nonce fucking defending another old nonce. Fucking
Yeah,
absolute
basically
crazy.
it.
Fuck them. All right.
There's too many nonsense about him.
There is too many old people as well. It's fucked.
What we're gonna do about the old people, Sam?
Fuck, kill them.
Shoot him. Push him down the stairs to his
Nah,
cell.
they'll die of natural causes.
Or toxic toxic.
Oh yeah, that's
Or
the-
toxic
Oh
substances.
mate,
Yeah.
wasn't there a whole thing in Russia about somebody who was doing that in the UK? Like there was like somebody in the UK who was going to report stuff about Russia.
Yeah,
and
it was a
she
big whistleblower,
mysteriously
wasn't it? He was
died.
a spy, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mysteriously
he
died.
mysteriously died of 2 gunshots to the back of the head in it, and he was stuffed in a suitcase.
Oh, there was that one. I thought there,
There
was
was that
another
one,
one
and
where
there
he
was-
had-
There's a guy got poisoned, didn't
Yeah.
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 He had cancer, didn't he? He was
Oh,
like,
yeah, he had cancer. Oh,
yeah, it was like,
Yeah, the one I'm talking about. They said he committed suicide, but he had gunshots to the back of him,
was in the suitcase.
and he was in a suitcase in a bathtub.
How many people
mysterious.
judged about that because of the ridiculousness?
Yeah.
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 It was
It's
mad.
stupid, isn't it?
Hey, I got one last one for Rob
Go on,
because before we go on to, so I've got Am I the Assholes as well because I
Oh,
looked them
okay.
up because Glenn hasn't done that. I don't know why I like those.
I like the
this is one for
Assholes.
Rob. So Prime's been recalled in Canada over caffeine levels.
Okay.
Good.
Apparently it exceeds the health level, and Logan Paul come out and don't even sell them in Canada.
Yeah, they don't.
Huh? They don't.
They don't sell them in Canada.
So what, is
Well,
it
it's-
imported?
It's, yeah.
So people had imported to Canada.
Illegally?
Yeah, which obviously it exceeds their caffeine requirements. And then they recalled it.
I'll be honest, right? I love the Prime Energy drinks, but I've said this to you, haven't I? They do give me a proper buzz, just one small can. Like
It's a lot of caffeine.
there's a lot that it's like I love the taste of them, and the problem is with them. See, when you drink a Monster, right? They give you a lot of liquid in, like give you half a litre.
big can.
Yeah, so you get a bit of satisfaction from drinking it, right? Because it tastes good and whatever. But you've got it for a longer time. Those the prime cans are half the size.
They're really
and
small.
you could I can see how that kid that happened in Newport went into cardiac arrest, right? I know again a kid shouldn't have energy drinks, right? Let's be
Yeah.
honest about it, right? But he drank like 2 or 3 of them, I think, and then went into cardiac arrest, and that's a 14, 15-year-old boy. So their bodies are still gonna like get into the point of adults at that point.
It is
And-
pretty insane that 2 or 3 energy drinks can cause cardiac arrest in a kid.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
fucking
Especially
mad.
those. It's insane.
Do you remember we used to be able to buy them as kids? Do you remember that?
what energy drinks?
Before they put the legal
I
age in?
looked
Yeah.
this up.
I used to buy Red Bulls
I'm
all the
pretty
time.
sure there isn't a legal requirement. It's
And
down
never
to
got
the dis-
challenged though, Keith, though.
I know it's down to the discretion
right,
of the
okay.
store as far as I'm aware. Because I used to get ID'd for Red Bull. I had to be 15. to
No,
do
you're,
it.
you're right, because if you look at the problem with the can, it only says this is not suitable for under 18s. Doesn't
Does it say it's illegal?
Yeah, because the alcohol's got 18, doesn't it, on it? And then
I
no,
looked
like-
it up. I'm pretty sure it's the discretion of the
Yeah.
store owner.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty sure like all the stores like Tesco, as the Sainsbury's, they all do it by default.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
I go in co-op, I scan an energy drink, and it's like, we need to double check your ID. I'm like,
But like corner shops tend not to be honest.
Yeah.
I think that, well, I'm about to say we're like, but the shop next to us, if you know what I mean, I know they check ID, if you know what I
Yeah,
mean.
but it's a franchise,
about
isn't
to
it?
dox yourself.
What almost, yeah. I mean, I done it the other day. Do you know what happened to me? Like, opened up Google Maps, not realizing it shows you exactly where you are. So I was trying to show something in Google Maps, like, and I had to delete my VOD and everything, like. I'm like, fucking
idiot.
people who say Kai's fucking house going, wait, we know where Kai's is.
I got recognized yesterday.
Shut
Did you?
up.
Where to?
Yeah,
Told us-
in
told me last
Tesco.
time.
Oh,
A guy
really?
was just like, Kai for Nebs? And I was like, oh, it's a fan. I was like, yeah. And he was like, I won't take much of your time. He's like, big fan, watched your videos for ages. And then he was like, yeah, nice to meet you. And then left.
Oh, that's
But I
nice.
think-
That's nice.
I think that was like the first time I've ever been met by a fan that wasn't like EGX or something like that. So I was actually like, I said to him, I was like, that's the first time I've been recognized in a normal place. And he was like,
You
yes.
got recognised in IKEA. Remember we were in
Yeah, you said
IKEA?
about IKEA, didn't you?
You were in IKEA cafe and he was like, Big Bobby. And you were like,
Oh my god, that was
Yeah.
the guy serving us the food was a fan, like, and he was like, oh, big Bobby, Keith man, and stuff like that. I was just sitting there like, oh, how you doing? I was like, mate.
he was so red. He was so
Yeah,
awkward.
because what do you do? What? Like, the guy was nice.
Everyone was looking like,
If you're watching this to the guy from IKEA, please comment below me, because I had a red neck after that. Like, literally, I went to IKEA, I can't believe this just fucking happened to me. Like, because he kept going on as well. Like, he was like, oh yeah, big fan. Oh, Keith's always wrong with. I was just sitting there like,
Funny.
can I get extra meatballs? They're not asking for extra meatballs.
Yeah.
I can't get asked for extra meatballs.
you
Like, I
Oh,
can
if
give
you
you-
saw an opportunity, oh, this guy knows me. More?
I tell you what, I've been recognised in Firestorm Games about 3 times.
Have you actually?
Yeah, genuinely, I've been recognised in like 3 times, and it's really awkward because every time we've done it, I've been buying my stuff, and the guy's looking at me going, "What's this guy talking about?" If you know what I mean, like, and you just have to explain. Oh, yeah, bye.
Fucking our big boys.
What do you? It's hard. It's hard because I don't see myself anywhere near big or should be recognised. I've got a tiny little stream. Do you know what I mean?
A
Like,
tiny dick.
it's actually cold in here, Keith. Like, I'm sorry to say, like.
That's fair.
But it is,
Don't want to warm
I
her
don't
up,
mind
do
the EGX. Like, the one thing that I'll always say, right, I've got no issue with fans kind of talking to us, right? The one thing that I will say is, once you're in, you talk. Don't just hang around and creep about. That is fucking weird. Like, I get that you want to be there, right?
I completely agree. Like, fucking say hi. Be like, oh, it's really nice to meet you. Have it. And then enjoy the moment and
have
fuck
got
off.
the only this is what I find hard. This has happened to
Jesus
EGX
Christ.
the other time, right? Was I got no issue people coming up saying hi, ask for autographs or what a picture, right? I'll give you time. I'll talk to you 5 minutes, right? It's when you follow you around and then there was a guy. Do you remember the guy sat next to a group at EGX? You don't you were there? There was a guy.
I think I
Definitely
was
were
there.
You definitely were there. You
I was
tried
there, I
to
just,
join us in fucking playing board games.
Yeah, I just don't think it bothered me.
It's not that it bothers me, right? It's not that but there's some things you just want to have a laugh with your mate, and it's for me particularly. That was a downtime for me.
I don't know,
It's-
like I'm so like I'm used to like that kind of stuff where I don't know. I've watched
You're
enough.
prepared for it.
Yeah, I've watched enough YouTubers to be like, some people don't know when to go or stuff like that. So you know how like people complain about old memes and stuff?
Yeah.
Like it just doesn't faze me in the slightest. I'm like, you don't know when a fan watched a video that came out like 3 years ago and then says the meme and stuff. So you just deal with it. And then like when people come to meet you, they might say memes and stuff, and it's a bit awkward. But
I'm not
I
at
kind
all
of just
bothered with
expect
it.
awkward.
Not awkward with that. It's just more like I don't know the person. Do you know what I mean? So
Look,
you can't really be yourself sometimes.
So from
or
my point of view, if somebody comes up and we have a natural conversation and both sides are enjoying it, and it carries on going, that's all fine. Like no worries, that's great. But if it gets to a point where we both just go, yeah,
And there's the awkward silence. Yeah.
that's just time to go. It's nice to meet you. I'm all right. I'm
I
gonna
look,
go.
I look at it two different ways, right? So I play a lot of viewer games on when I play like Goose Goose Duck, right? So I know sometimes I know more people like in my community because I play a lot of
Yeah.
games, and if they come out and talk to me, I could spend like 10, 15, 20 minutes talking because we've played games and I understand who they are. Do you know what I mean? It's when it's the person that maybe doesn't talk and chat. And don't get me wrong, I know they just want to talk, but I get nothing that I can bring up in a conversation. I don't know. Do you know sometimes you know how
don't
to
know
gauge
anything
people?
about them,
I can gauge people quite fast and how what they react with and stuff like that. But when it's like you got 5 minutes snap, it's quite hard to go, what can I say? Like, what do you want me to say? Like,
A lot of the people in our group have like maybe not like full social anxiety, but a little bit. So you kind of like,
I mean,
get a little bit anxious around people.
we have all got social anxiety. Come on.
Yeah.
Let's
So
face
it's
it.
like, sometimes you just got to kind of, look at it and be like, what I'm saying, just make yourself interesting. If you're coming over and having a chat, be
Basically,
fucking
Sam saying
interesting.
if you're boring, fuck
Don't
off.
smell. Be interesting.
Don't smell.
Fucking enjoy your time. And also, what I would say is, if you live close to an event, fine, come and meet people on your own. But don't travel half the country to go, and don't fly anywhere. Don't do any of that just to meet somebody, because you're going to meet us and we're going to go,
We'll disappoint you.
we'll go, cool, it was nice meeting you. We're going to go enjoy our weekend with our friends, and you'll be left there on your own after having that. It might be worth it to you, but I feel like you should probably have saved
I feel
your
like
money.
if they flew there to meet us, it was probably worth it.
Yeah, but then they go, that was great. Now what do I do?
So that was their intent. So that was probably worth it. Like me and Ebbs yesterday, I go like loads of places, never get recognized. So I was totally unprepared. Like when he came up, he's like, Kevin Ebbs. There was like that moment when I went, oh, fucking fan. Like I was completely blindsided, but the guy was like super nice.
yeah, that's nice. So that's a nice interaction you've had.
Yeah, that's fine. But if somebody flew over from fucking,
I'd even say the guy was charming.
if somebody came from Spain, if somebody flew to Spain to come and see you in that Tesco, and
Yeah.
that was it.
But that would be weird, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it would be weird.
Like flying to go see me in a Tesco would be weird.
Yeah, it
That's
would be
never
weird.
gonna happen.
It would be really weird.
Because that means he's bugged my phone and knows where I am. But to that guy, if you watch the podcast, you're super charming.
He's gonna find you in that Tesco again and be like,
Maybe. Do you want the times I go there?
we'll make a separate bit for only that one person to hear those times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It happened to Josh in our old place we used to work, where we don't really
Oh, I remember
we
you
don't
saying.
really tell our work colleagues what we do. There's only maybe a few far between. One of my colleagues know because he see my Manscaped ad on TikTok. Like he found that he's an old guy, he's alright, like, and he's like nice boxers butts, and I was and he was showing me, he was gone. He was the one where I was in my brother's bar and I would rip off the trousers to like show it, and I'd fat stuffed my fucking bilge and everything, like make it look even better, like. But yeah, it was just Josh just went up the stairs and the guy went, "Wadlet, is that you?" It was something
And
like that.
Josh is so paranoid about people knowing about
yeah,
what he
because
does.
it's hard because none of our work colleagues, and I don't really know how we work with quite a lot of old people. I'm not going to go in details,
Yeah.
but like, I just don't know how they react to it. And I don't really want to divulge that because it's like two different things. Like when I go work, it's different. Do you know what I mean? And when I come here, it's different.
I
You
imagine
know?
it's pretty rough if you have to explain to them how it works.
Oh, people ask that all the time.
Whenever I meet like family who learn what I do,
Yeah.
like I always have to give a detailed explanation because they go like, "Oh, do people pay to watch your videos?" No. They're like, "Do you get paid to make the videos?" No.
They don't understand.
And they're like, "How do
Yeah.
you make money?" I'm like, "There's adverts on videos," and they're like, "Do advertisers contact you?" No.
the one that people couldn't get with me when I tell them it is why would people pay to watch you? Do you know, like through
Fucking charming.
subscriptions and stuff like that, or why do people give bits, or why people give
You
subs?
just sit there and go, we threaten them.
We're not forcing people to give them. I think.
Wait, we're not? Oh, fuck.
I can force you for 1,000 bids.
Big baggy.
I always explain to them, I'm like, I just go, look, every time you see an ad on YouTube, a fraction of a penny goes to that YouTuber, times it by how many views are on the video. And then they sort of like get it.
Yeah, but I think the problem is a lot of people don't see what you do as a job. And I've always said that to you, like, I don't think people realise, like, you probably work harder than most people in actual full-time jobs. If you know what I mean, you got a video edit, you've got to manage, you know, there's a lot more to people.
I think a lot of people would go, you enjoy your job, so, you know, it's not really work, is it? But I definitely work more now than I used to when I worked 9 to 5.
And the thing is, it's stressful as well. It doesn't matter. I don't care what MD says, right? I don't do it full time, right? But your numbers are down a bit. Maybe your invoice is down a bit. Maybe everything is down a bit, and then you're questioning it. Like it's a fucking hard and stressful job. Like it's not easy in the sense of like I can't imagine what it must be like if it's your like the income, because you've got to manage that. Do you know what I mean? Like, you know, you might have a bad month next month, and you might have an amazing month next month. There's no guaranteed income. Is what I'm trying to say. You know, what a job has. It's the horrible thing about it, and it's like why sometimes you kind of wish Twitch did better advertising or they tried to help out. But I can understand why maybe they can't, like, but it's just the horrible part of being the full-time content creator, isn't it? Like,
Making a fucking money. You'd think they'd help.
are they making money though, Kate?
Stick their fingers in enough pie.
Exactly. Go on, Stan.
That's why a lot of people get really burnt out and
Yeah.
exhausted and kind of trapped in it because you can't really see any other
Option.
option. You're literally stuck there and you're like, well, what can I do? If I stop, it dies. If I keep going, I might still end up back in this position. I've got nothing else.
And you would technically, the other thing is, if you went and got a full-time job, would they see what you did as a job? Do you know? The people have all these. It's just weird.
People are judgmental.
Yeah, no, they definitely are, because I don't think people realise how hard and much effort you've got to put in. Because like you can all go to work, right? You can have a shit day, can't you, right? You like, but you can subdue it, can't you, right? But on stream, you're a personality. Do you know what I mean? You've got to try to be as happy as you can, or trying to be. You might have something shit happen, but you always try to put a smile on, don't you? But in other works, you can just hide that easily. Do you know what I mean? You can just go your corner, get on with it. You don't have to interact with people essentially. I know other jobs do, but you're streaming between like what 50 to 100 odd people watching. You've got to be that person where I've got to try to like perk it up, or like, you know, it's hard to just because you just sit there and don't say anything because you've had a bad day, which. Generally, I'd have had a shit day. Nobody's going to watch that, are they? Like, do you know what I mean? He was just sitting there.
Some people still do because they kind of want to sit there and chat to their, you know, person
The
they think is
community
their mate, like,
and
but-
we've got loyal viewers as well.
Yeah, but it is a bit of a weird one. What doesn't help as well is if you have like a smaller social battery, you'll spend all your day talking to these people, and then it'll come to the night and you're like, don't want to do anything because I'm fucking drained. Like, yeah, it's just one of those things. But we get to play video games all day, so fuck it, innit?
The thing that I would love to show the people, though, the difference when we're talking about
Cock.
streaming, I would do it on only. Okay, sort of gave me the green light for showing my cock on OnlyFans. You know,
Who hasn't seen it at this point? I mean, come on.
Okay, why won't you let him show his dick?
I don't care. You can show us.
I mean, no, she's actually green lit it. She didn't think I could show my dick on OnlyFans, but what I was going to say, I'd love to show the difference between Twitch and YouTube, because I don't know if we can say, you can get us out of the podcast, but when you put the clip in there of what we made on advertising on Ultimate Chicken Horse, and we'd done
Wait, was it big?
Yeah, like so obviously when you stream on Twitch, when the stream ends, everything about the stream kind of just dies there.
Yeah.
So
it becomes the video.
like when
then
people
as well.
watch your VODs, there's like no ad revenue from the VODs. I don't even know if you get ads on VODs.
I don't think you do.
But when you do it on YouTube,
Right.
when the stream ends, there's now a video. And when they watch it, they get ads at the start. They might get some mid-rolls as well. And the revenue from the stream after it ends is like, it's quite chunky.
Really?
Yeah. And then there's also the fact that we can choose what our memberships cost. So we put them to 99 pence. Because when I moved to YouTube, I put it to 99 pence because I was like, I don't want people spending like lots of money, especially since they had like long sub streaks on Twitch. I was like, I couldn't give them emotes without a membership, so it had to be the 99 pence one, and people just started firing out gift subs. Like the max you can do is 50 at a time.
I like that though. I like that they limit that, because you know obviously there's that whole thing where they try to limit it so people don't obviously empty their bank balance on. I like the fact that it's kind of limited in that
nice.
sense. Do you know what I mean? Like they're not.
Yeah. The only difference is that you can do it straight away after.
Yeah, I get. But what I mean is, at least it's not like I know Twitch have only started getting strict with that, where you can't maybe have more than £100,000 or 100,000 bits donated and stuff. They put they hard lock it. They hard lock it. Yeah, I think it's rare to see somebody get more than 100 gifted subs. I think now that's been locked as well. I don't think you can.
It's very expensive.
Yeah.
Like, because the subs are $5, but with YouTube, I think it's quite gratifying. Like, 50 quid on Twitch will allow you to put out 10 gift subs, and then 50 quid on YouTube will allow you to put out 50. So it's like it's quite satisfying because you see all the names roll out in chat as well, like one by one. You just the name pops up in chat and says this person's got this gift sub from this one. So I can see like it's quite satisfying as a viewer. But I noticed that even on our SR YouTube and my YouTube, the amount of gift subs that go out is fucking insane. Actually insane. Across, we've done like 3 streams now.
Yeah.
I think we already have well over 1,000 members on the SR YouTube. So whatever money we were making on Twitch is being completely dwarfed by YouTube in just 3
Yeah.
streams.
It's more of a like community thing where somebody's like, well, I could either spend £5 on a sub for me, or I could spend 1 on me and 4 on other people. And I'm like, they're like, that's more bang for your buck, and it is nice as well.
Yeah, I like
So
it.
you're
I like to
oh,
see.
this is cool.
I don't know. I think a £1 sub is more than adequate for emotes.
Yeah.
Agreed.
know.
I agree.
Cheap as chips.
Except unless you're on Twitch, keep paying 5, please. Okay, I've got 3 different Am I the Arseholes, and I don't know if we'll get through all of them, but we'll see. You ready?
Yep.
Okay.
Let's go.
I want to see what everyone's thoughts on these are. Am I the arsehole for refusing to pay for my boyfriend's food and his birthday and getting him banned from a restaurant?
What the fuck?
Yep.
Dude, that escalated.
Yeah. I, 18F, have been dating my boyfriend, John, 20 male, for a little under a year. We have a pretty toxic free relationship, but there's quite a bit of tension when it comes to me being vegetarian. I've been vegetarian since 11 and have very strict morals around it. The one thing John has a problem with is me refusing to spend my money on meat. Ever since I started making my own money, I swore to myself that I would never spend a cent of it on meat. On our dates, we usually split the bill and sometimes he pays for it all. I told him if he orders something meat-free, I'd happily pay for both of us, but he never does. When he pays for my food, it's when I've spent money on the activities. Normally concerts, festivals, that's me paying 120 plus on tickets and him spending maybe 50 on food. His birthday was a few days ago, and we went out for dinner at his favorite fancy restaurant. He got the most expensive steak they had, along with a side salad and a bottle of wine. When we finished our food, I asked the waiter to split the bill, and John looked at me shocked. He asked if I was joking, and I said no. Then he told me he thought I was going to pay since it was his birthday, and he didn't budget for the meal. I asked him why he thought I'd pay, since I've been very clear about the rule, but he couldn't give me a reason other than it was being his birthday. I told him I'd pay for the wine and the side salad, but he'd need to pay for the steak. He was furious with me and stormed off to the bathroom. I paid for my meal, the wine and the salad, and waited for him to come back. He didn't. After waiting for 20 minutes, I left. I found him sitting on a bench near where we parked the car. I asked him why he left and reminded him he needed to pay. He looked shocked when I said that and asked if I didn't pay. I told him I'd paid for everything but the meat, and he lost it. He started yelling at me, telling me I was selfish, that I needed to grow up. I stayed calm and told him he needed to go back and pay. He scoffed and walked away, and I ended up driving home without him. Now he's saying it's my fault that he can't show his face at his favourite restaurant since he died and ditched. It's a pretty small restaurant, so he'd 100% be recognised and kicked out. So am I the arsehole? And then they went to say, I didn't take him out for dinner. He was the one who suggested it, and that she did treat him for his birthday. She bought a present. I had to dip into a savings to buy a present. So is she the arsehole?
I don't think she's arsehole. I think if he's been with her for over a year,
Under a year.
under a year, right? And he knows that our moral obligation doesn't want to contribute to any kind of animal products because maybe she's against animal cruelty or killing, but still has the. She's good in the sense that she's with him because maybe if she's got that moral, she's cut. That's what her line is. I don't see an issue. I don't think she's done anything wrong personally. I think she's paid for things. She's made it clear for the entire part of the relationship she will not pay for anything that's done with animals. So I don't see.
She has her own morals, and the fact that she's going out with someone who eats meat means that she doesn't subject others to her morals.
Yeah,
like it's his bill. I don't like just because it's your birthday doesn't mean you get shit. Nobody owes you money to pay for your meal on your birthday, especially if he's been with her for a year and knows that she will not spend money on any meat.
The fact he went for the fancy steak and the most expensive steak as well, thinking she was going to pay for it, is a bit scummy.
That's
Not
rough,
like
innit?
that, but
Yeah.
That's rough, innit?
Because he thought she was going to pay. Horrible.
You also have to take into account she might embellish her a bit. Because remember, anything from someone's point of view is probably a little bit biased.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't think she's an asshole.
No, I don't think she's an arsehole. I was thinking about it and I was like, it's her beliefs. And he's clearly known about it for a long time. So I don't think she's in the wrong.
No.
He sounds like a child. Like goes to the bathroom, disappears for 20 minutes. Turns out he's not in the restaurant.
He's fucking left.
Yeah.
Like, what
Then
the fuck?
she's like, I haven't paid for it. You need to go pay for it. And then he doesn't. And now he's angry that he can't show his face there. Why didn't he just go back? Be like,
It'd be like, honest mistake. I thought my girlfriend paid. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Here's the bill.
boom, done.
Like,
Yeah,
yeah.
I can't believe he went to the bathroom and then just was suddenly sat outside for 20 minutes. And she didn't even know. She was like, I just left after 20 minutes and he was out there. And I was like, oh, okay. Like, I'm what the fuck?
I
You
do
didn't
find
even-
that a bit weird.
Yeah.
It's a bit, I don't know. It
It's
sounds
very-
like
He could have been going
there's
for
a
a
whole-
massive dump.
Could have.
I don't know.
Very well could have.
If I don't know, if I was in a bathroom for like 20 minutes and Ebbs left, I'd be like, what the fuck? Why did you leave?
I'm gonna be honest though. If
You know what I mean?
If I went to the toilet and I was there for longer than 10 minutes after just arguing with my girlfriend about this,
Yeah.
I'd message her and go,
No, I get it.
I'm fucking pooing.
There's a lot-
I know I'm angry.
There's
but
probably
I'm
some,
shitting.
you know, we don't know if he left his phone on the table. We don't know
Yeah.
if he took his phone. He might have been just too stubborn or angry to talk to her. That's the only bit I find weird.
Yeah.
Like, just because you're arguing with someone doesn't mean you fucking leave.
Agreed.
Both him because he left and both her because she fucked off too.
Funny though, isn't it?
It is
And then
funny.
she left him at the restaurant.
it was a
Yeah,
good one.
I
though.
hope she broke up with him.
I'd hope so as well. I'm not 100% sure if they did.
He needs some. You know when
Oh.
he's like, oh, you need to grow up. That was 100% projected.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, totally.
She wasn't an asshole, but you know, a little bit weird. All right. Fuck the title. One of my best friends got married last week. He drinks alcohol and our groups will meet up at breweries a few times a month to hang out. His fiancée and now wife does not drink. It's never been a part of her life. My wife and I got a hotel room by the reception space and Ubered to the wedding. The ceremony occurs. We go to what's supposed to be cocktail hour, and there was just soda and water. No alcohol. This was not something we knew about ahead of time. There was a palpable buzz among our friend group at the lack of booze. A lot of us had spent money on a hotel room and Ubering, anticipating drinking. I'm kind of pissed. Bride and groom came to cocktail hour. Everyone cheers. And when the bride and groom came to mingle with us, I asked, where is the booze? His new wife chimes in saying her family does not drink and they were paying for the wedding. Thus no alcohol. I tell them we should have known ahead of time. I say I wasted money on a hotel room and Ubering. I would have just driven if I'd known, or maybe not even come. The bride does not take my commentary well and implies I might have a drinking problem. I don't. I only drink with my friends. The groom says I don't need to be such an asshole. I reiterate that I spent a bunch of money on something I didn't need. We all did. The bride's pissed at me and asked me to leave. My wife and I leave, but it's clear I touched a nerve. In our group chat, friends were mixed on me saying something. My wife said I wasn't wrong, but my timing was wrong. So was I the asshole?
Yes, 100%.
Yeah,
Is that
definitely.
all you care about is alcohol?
Wait, hang on. The burden is not for the bride and groom to say there's no alcohol. The burden's on him to ask if there's alcohol.
It's fucking
He
weird.
is
I'm
assumed.
sorry. To say that I wouldn't probably have come if they.
Yeah,
if
the
they-
fact that he's like,
Not much for
if
friends.
there's alcohol, I probably wouldn't have come.
Oh my god! If I was
I
that bad, I
know.
would have punched in the face.
This guy's
Get the fuck
a
out.
bellend and his wife is one too.
It's insane, isn't it?
Yeah. So that must have been like really overwhelming. You're an arsehole.
Overwhelmingly.
Yeah.
You're an asshole. I do love that it was, you might have a drinking problem. He's like, no, I don't. I just drink with my friends.
Was,
Yeah.
was,
There's
was,
other,
it, was
there's
it
other
like
moral things there, but this isn't there. What if they didn't have a drinking there because there's people that are teetotal or something's happened, there's trauma? Do you know what I mean? There's a whole host of reasons why you might not have drink at a celebration.
Please
you know?
tell me, right? Well, the one that said, oh, you might have a drinking problem. Please tell me he wrote, I don't, in brackets. He did.
Yeah, it was literally, quite literally, in brackets, I don't, I only drink with my friends.
Oh my God. Yeah. Classic.
I've read enough of these.
I've read enough of those, yeah.
It's
Oh no.
insane. Literally the majority, if not all of it is, yeah, you were the asshole. You were the
Yes.
asshole.
Does he reply to anybody? I love seeing the
not
reply
that I
to
can
some.
see. But I was like, yeah, this is insane.
That's a shut down.
Even the way he wrote it, did he not? He didn't even try to fucking lie.
He quite literally went, I wanted a drink. There was no drink there. I wouldn't have gone because there was no drink.
I'll give him some credit. Told the truth.
Fucking ballsy. Like, come straight out with it. He's meant to be his best friend, and he's like, yeah, I just wouldn't have come. Like, what the fuck?
That is so fucking
I
rude.
honestly love these Reddit stories though. They always come up my TikTok and I just can't stop but listen to them. Like,
I'm obsessed with it. Whenever there's a Reddit story and I'm on TikTok,
It's usually
I sit there
followed
and I
by
listen to the full thing.
like a video of
The update.
Minecraft.
Yeah.
oh yeah,
Minecraft
yeah,
and
the little
jumping.
People
jungle
jumping,
games. Yeah. Oh man, there was one on there that was like this woman had been a friends with guys since they were like childhood, and the guy for all his life is like, I love you, I really want to be with you, right? And they turn 18, he tells her it, and he goes like, I'm being serious, I'm 100% want to be with you, and she rejects me, going, don't be stupid, don't be me, like you're not my type and I don't like you, right? She said that to get him off, but she did like him, and it turns out like years later he married like somebody. She's now in the dumps and all that because of one thing she said. I don't know, I just get gripped in these stories about going, oh
They're
man,
good, aren't they?
they're so good. Like,
The last one I've got, I'm going to read the title because I went, huh? Am I the asshole for telling someone that I'm not friendly when their dog came up to me?
You know when you like, I walk past
Yeah.
dog people, I'm like, she's a bit timid, 50-50 on whether she likes dog or not. And then the owner goes, yeah, I'm 50-50 on if I like dogs now as well, mate. Watch out, mate, I might bite.
I went to a brewery restaurant with my wife. Our name was called, and to go to our table indoors, we had to cut through the patio. We got stopped for a few moments behind a table, leaving and saying goodbye. In those moments, a lab-type dog gets up and starts sniffing my ankle. I look at the owners and say, what the hell? And point at the dog. They just say the classic line of, oh, don't worry, he's friendly. I admit, I was a touch rude. I'd just say, I'm not friendly. They pull the dog back under the table. They start saying, if you aren't friendly, you shouldn't be coming to a dog-friendly restaurant. I tell them, just because the place is dog-friendly doesn't mean that it's okay for your dog to come up to me. I don't want it in my fucking space. They seem baffled that someone didn't like their dog. He called me an asshole and told me to find somewhere else to walk. I say, fuck off, as we head to our table. My wife was like, you're right, but could have been friendlier. Was I the asshole? And then they edited it and said, for your information, indoors is not dog friendly. Outdoors is dog friendly. My wife and I specifically chose indoor seating because it was not dog friendly.
I'm going to be honest with you, I'm totally on this guy's side because he's so fucking bold.
I mean, he's right, but he was rude.
He's not. Come on. He's not right. If you go to a restaurant that
think
is
it's
specified
very
and advertised as dog friendly, you are expected.
Outside only.
It is out. Dogs. It's usually
So he
outside.
says.
I know, yeah, he could have lied, right?
There's a
But
lot of restaurants that are dogs are.
I think it's very important that your dogs do not approach people or other dogs.
Yeah, I'm the opposite. Then I'm like,
they should be on
That's 'cause
leads.
you love
They should be.
dogs.
They should be on leads though, shouldn't they? And they should be controlled
Like
in my head.
you don't
could have been
know-
on the lead and just
Yeah, it could have been, but then shouldn't be letting them snap. I don't care about dogs coming up to me personally, right? As long all my dogs I hate are those stupid little fucking, is it like chihuahuas or the tiny little aggressive dogs that nobody really
The
likes,
guy's
you
an
know?
arsehole, right? The answer is you're an arsehole, right? But he just so happens to be right.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like,
See,
It is dog friendly, and it is astounding that you can go into a dog friendly patio as you walk through and get pissed off that a dog comes near you.
That's
But your dog
my
probably
thing
shouldn't
is
go up to people.
You've put yourself in that space. It is specified as a dog-friendly restaurant. He says it's outside only, but I don't know. I'm gonna kind of take the liberties and go. I don't completely agree because you don't advertise yourself as dog-friendly if it's just outside.
I think if it depends if he's lying. I think most dog friendly like cafes and stuff are kind of a gimmick. They're like a cafe first and foremost, and it's sort of just get people in there like to have dogs.
Have you been to like the different lounge places?
Yeah, I think we went to one before.
They're completely dogs are allowed inside and
Yeah.
everything, and it's
But I think-
fucking awesome. I
I think
love
it's mostly a gimmick though.
Usually restaurants and places like that, it's usually outside.
No, but
But-
the pub we go to all the time, they let dogs in the restaurant.
If I see something that's dog friendly,
Yeah,
that
but
means
it's usually
inside.
at the bar area, not the restaurant.
No, that's true. But I've seen them walk through.
I know, but it's like I said, it's bar
yeah.
and outside, not the restaurant.
Couldn't there be some like issues with food safety if
Yes.
dogs can go near food
Yeah.
I mean,
in a restaurant area?
if it is dog
can you imagine
friendly,
you sat there in a nice restaurant and a dog comes up to you and starts licking off your plate? You'd be
mean,
fucking furious.
table would be up, a dog would be down there.
Dogs can
Well,
jump.
Tychus could easily
If
get
he
on the
tried to
table if
jump,
he
I'd be
wanted to,
like,
couldn't he?
"Fuck
Like
off."
this yesterday, right? He came near my tea and I went, fuck off, right? And he laid down and he was there for about an hour and I was just watching TV and out of the blue, he stands up and darts at the tea like as fast as he can. Cup slides across the table as he's going. I was like, what the fuck?
He took that personally. He was like, "You want to tell me to fuck off? I'm having that."
He waited an hour. It was cold, right?
Yeah.
So I wasn't gonna drink it. But he waited an hour to fucking like he got up so violently and darted at that tea. I've never seen him do it. And I was just like, "You're a dick."
He's mental.
The thing with this dog, though, he sniffed his ankle.
Yeah, he's a dick for that.
And if it is a dog-friendly restaurant, that means they were outside.
Yeah, he says he was going through the patio.
Yeah.
And I'm
To
like,
get to a
how
scene.
do you get angry
That's
at
what I
somebody
mean, like,
there? Walk around.
He was
Like,
a
what the
dick
fuck?
for that. But like, if it was in the
I
restaurant,
don't think the
it would
guy
be-
with the dog was doing anything wrong. They were getting up to leave.
No,
the guy
no,
with the
I'm
dog
not
wasn't doing
saying.
anything
I'm
wrong.
not saying the guy with the
was
dog.
doing something wrong.
Nah, come on. He's just
You
fucking...
could have handled it a hell of a lot better.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Infinitely better.
I do kind of agree that I kind of
What
want
was the consensus on that? Like
It was 50-50.
50-50, yeah.
I do really like there, though, that his response is, "I'm not friendly." And to tell the guy to fuck off.
Can you imagine that? No, it's fine. It's my dog's friendly. I fucking hate.
I know, like, wait, at least you were honest. He was flat out. He was like, "Yeah, I'm not."
It's just I don't know. It's just I think it's sort of important that your dog might be friendly, but like people could have issues with dogs. Maybe they're bitten by one when they were younger.
Yeah, you never
It's
know.
really, really important as well that your dog doesn't approach other dogs as well.
I feel like with a lot of people who are dog owners, they should have the ability to tell if people are, because you can see somebody's movements and like body language and figure out just the same as if you see another dog, you can tell whether they're friendly or not just from looking at them.
I don't know. Dogs
Like,
are sketchy.
It's always weird. Like when
I usually, I'll see a dog and I'll kind of gauge it and then I'll be like, okay, and then figure it out. I feel like either way, you should be able to tell and act accordingly.
like Remy, when we walk past dogs, I'm always like, right, how's this one gonna go? Like, and it, either the owner is like, looks like they're gonna avoid or not, and then I'll react. But if they're like, oh, I'll let my dog go up to Remy, is either like Remy's like, oh yeah, this is fucking awesome, or it's like they fight.
Yeah.
And then I can never tell which dog she wants to fight.
Wait,
Sometimes,
does she really just fight dogs?
yeah,
Really?
Yeah,
yeah. She's like,
Seriously?
because she's a border collie. She's like super timid. So if a dog rubs her the wrong way, she fights. And I've seen her fight dogs triple her size as
Really?
well. She don't give a fuck. She's a bully. She bullies Tychus.
She bullies. Yeah, I was gonna say.
Really?
Yeah.
So like whenever
Oh my
Tychus
God.
goes outside, she gets super excited and starts jumping at his face. But like sometimes Tychus like cries. He's like as in like
Yeah.
he cries that he doesn't want to be near her. And I'm like, you're such a pussy for a big dog. But
He's just soft inside, you know?
yeah, but
My
I
sister's
can never
bullying.
tell how Remy's gonna react to dogs. Like sometimes she'll fight a big dog that is sort of like being cautious of her, and then other times she'll let a big dog put his nose up her arsehole. You know what I mean? It just makes no sense.
I have to be careful next time I bark at her. She might fucking go for me.
She might put her nose up your ass.
Oh God. That would scare the shit out of me. I bark at her, suddenly I'm like, ooh. Oh God.
My best guess is that she's scared of confident dogs.
Probably.
Like
That
if a
makes
dog
sense.
looks like it's like, yeah, let's fucking scrap, she'll like run away. But
makes sense.
she mental.
She sees weakness and goes for it.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
She a border collie. That's what they like.
You want to be careful, Stan. She'll have you. Okay, with that, all three of those, by the way, I tried to find one where it was not the arsehole one, that was the arsehole one that was mixed.
I like
and
it,
that
Sam,
was
I like
what
it.
everyone had. And I wanted to gauge the reactions.
I always love the mixed ones.
That was the best one I read. It was just even just the title alone. I was like, this is fucking class.
I'd love to do like a Am I the Arsehole YouTube channel where it's just Shutterstock images to like describe the scene, and then I sit there going, now I deliver my judgment.
You could probably do that. You could probably just make videos on just that.
Yeah.
That'd be fucking good. Like, I like this. It's nice. All right, we're gonna end there though. We've fucking
Cool.
gone through everything. It's been nice. It's had a nice conversation. It's been a fucking long old episode too.
An hour and a half, innit?
Yeah.
Nice.
All right.
That's all you get.
Yeah.
Boo.
Fuck you.
That's all you get.
All right. We've been Rob, Kate,
Rob.
Kaif, myself, Stan, who's not on camera.
Hi.
Thanks for watching.
I mean, bye.
Bye.
Bye.